Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the official ARK Podcast number 83. My name's Brad, and I'm here with the core team. Your host tonight, as always, our illustrious leader, Atlas. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, Brad. Folks, welcome back to another edition of the ARK Nightly Live Podcast. And we're here today on Sunday. Price of ARK is at $5.71 BUSD. Market cap 4,687,362 USD. And gains, guys, we have another record-setting all-time high Spark prize pool of 174.32 ARK. Folks, that's a stream value of 995.37 BUSD. Let's get this
Let's get this crypto. Oh, god damn.
Oh yeah, let's get this crypto.
So here live in front of you guys, we're going to be giving that away a little bit later. That is another record, as I said, that's being broken. We did 172.34 ARK last night. That was around, I think, 987 BUSD stream value. And this is another milestone, breaking $1,000 value reward on the Spark prize here at the podcast, folks. We've paid out to date 25,165.74 BUSD worth of ARK into investors' account. Just a lucky 34 so far. Tonight will be the 35th lucky winner. Maybe it's you, maybe it's your friend, your neighbor, someone you brought to ARK. Maybe it's James at the water cooler. He's always talking about Spark rewards prizes. Quite fantastic. I mean, folks are winning here. Not only in the 2% ROI DAP part, they're winning in the foundation. It's what we like to call the savings account for folks that are investors here at ARK, where you can deposit your BUSD into the vault. You're able to earn 100% APR, as well as qualify if you have at least 250 BUSD worth of bond LP in the vault. Sorry, guys, the foundation. My apologies. So, look, guys, it's fantastic. You got those folks that are legacy NFT holders that are in the legacy NFT contracts, which we'll have a really good update regarding that coming from Brad this evening. And overall, I mean, you could hear it, all the way here on the ARK. You could hear it through the oceans. You could hear it from the mountains, the volcanoes, how ARK keeps printing for its investors. We're getting ready for a great week. Just got an update today also from the mobile app development team. A great screen share of video of how everything's coming together. And I got to tell you guys, it's great to see your team working on a Sunday. That's a dedication that's happening here. And by the way, it's official, guys. You can see it on screen. Spark price pool has crossed 1,000 BUSD in 24 hours. Sheesh.
Let's go.
Let's get this crypto.
Let's go. Well, Catalyst, you've been waiting for it, my friend. There it is. There it is. And growing. And what a great thing to be able to sit here and enjoy podcasts with you guys and see time and time gains. And if you notice, I don't say again, I say gains, because you're getting gains. These are all-time highs that are getting broken again, but those all-time highs are bringing gains to the investors. Hence, gains. I do know how to say again. I just do it on purpose if you haven't noticed. Catalyst has always paid attention to my funny words, aren't you, sir?
Sorry for the delay. I had my mic off. Yes.
You're always paying attention, man. You're 10 steps ahead, and I love that about you, my brother. But I think we have a statistic that we went over before the recording that I thought that Catalyst had noticed or seen, but we have had one lucky investor who's actually won twice the Spark rewards. So yeah, that's something else to look forward to, winning it twice as well. So let's go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Brett. Here's some updates from him on his side. Yeah, great to hear from you, sir.
How are you doing, Atlas? Happy Sunday. Yeah, it's a little bit quiet over here in the States. Everybody's watching the big games, but yeah, we're watching the Spark Rewards instead. I'm rooting for Catalyst tonight. I've never won either, so you never know. You never know. But we're all in it to win it, so hopefully if you haven't gotten your 250 in bond or your legacy NFT, now's your chance. Speaking of the legacy NFTs, you mentioned that the dev team was working on a Sunday, and Crypto Jan published a screenshot of the interface that he's working on. He's just in the final stages now of testing, and we're going to move it over to one of our production servers for the DAO integration to Telegram, so that we can verify the legacy NFT holders to be invited to our exclusive Telegram group for the DAO. So that's an exciting development. I know he's working 9-10 hours today, really trying to crank some things out. And we've got some other stuff going on behind the scenes. You mentioned the mobile web app, more screen shares coming our way, do little tweaks and improvements, and our front-end developers hooking everything up through the mobile web app. And that's going to be the version of our current DApp with some fine-tunings, I'll say, or some improvements in the mobile web app form. So everybody can get started, going out and sharing and, doing the process that we've talked about to bring on non-crypto users and really show them through our web interface, how easy it is to earn here at ARK. So that's some exciting updates and developments. Looking forward to another big week. Every week we're just cranking things out here. We've got the ARK contest is finishing up on the 26th, I believe. So if you're new and you haven't heard about the ARK contest, it's a 1,000 BUSD giveaway, 200 BUSD to the 5 winners that get selected randomly for the ARK. You just need to update your Telegram name to have ARK, and then you're entered to win. And also looking forward to Eternal tonight. I didn't know he was on the All Aboard segment, but we're looking for content creators and people in the community to step up and submit their YouTube videos and articles to Brad, and maybe you'll get selected to be spotlighted on our podcast, and then you'll get 100 BUSD. So that's exciting too. So a bunch of giveaways, Spark rewards, mobile app going well, and then the DAO component and verification through Telegram is coming quickly. So that's about it from my side. Anything else you want to talk about? AMAs, upcoming YouTubers? I know we had a YouTube video released today from a fairly prominent YouTuber that had thousands of subscribers. So that's exciting to see another person coming to the table and discovering, what ARK has to offer and showcasing and highlighting it to their community. So.
Yeah, that was great. That was actually brought in by Eternal.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I mean the intention here is to team build. He's going out there, and that's what the All Aboard section is going to really be about. It's going to be starting in 10 minutes, unless Eternal wants to start it earlier. Because I know he's busy doing some things, but he decided to accept our offer to come in here and bring his expertise. Man, this guy's a legend. What he's been able to do at Drip and the lives he's been able to change through that networking, giving folks, airdrops so they could start to play the game and understand, how much potential, how much abundance and growth is really ahead for the folks that put the time in and want to get involved in a great project, a great team. So, yeah, we thought it'd be great to have him because, the guy's on fire, man. He's been recruiting people and bringing them in, and I wanted him to share that here for the rest of the investors, for the whole community, so that they can understand what it takes and what the results really can be like. We have seen what CryptoZoa has been able to do. Catalyst has been a part of that great growth and a witness to that. And sometimes I think that a great learning experience is to vicariously be able to learn from someone who's been there. The folks that have made it happen. I don't know if any of you guys spend time on YouTube and learning about some of these great leaders, what they've been able to accomplish in their time, whether it's the business sector or maybe in a political realm. But there's a lot of information out there of great people doing great things and working smart instead of hard, which we talked about a bit yesterday. It's not about the hard work, it's about the smart work, that your efforts really, equate to some growth and whatever it is you're trying to pursue in your life. And we think that could be very educational, could be a great piece to have here. So we thank Mr. Eternal for that. We're going to go into that. And we're also working on a couple of YouTubes. We've got a Russian video that's coming out, I believe, tomorrow or Tuesday, the latest. He's got some pretty good numbers, and let's see if we can attract a couple of the folks from the Russian and Ukrainian community. He's actually, to be exact, he's a Ukrainian young man that's doing crypto on YouTube. Good numbers. And we do have a Ukrainian language section here at the ARK Telegram, also in the Discord. And we have a Russian as well. But most of the time, those two countries can understand each other. It's pretty common that they can communicate without being from each other's country. So that I think has a lot of reach. And we're working on some pretty big name YouTubers as well to give them a shot, give them a chance, and see if they can come and get involved with us. So working on the final negotiations part, it's a process that for us, we don't take it lightly. We just don't go around throwing money at people if we're not really able to see that it's an engagement that's going to be for the benefit of the whole community, if we're going to see growth here, and if they're going to have the right attitude about it. This whole thing of, okay, let's look at this project, but the fear mongering, the not financial advice, warning, to save their face, is I think, and we've discussed it here before, not the place we want to go and spend money. We're also not expecting people to go and say, hey, ARK is the best thing since sliced bread, and to just push people into something under, let's say, just the pretense of growing their syndicate without really doing the research. I don't think that's the right approach either. I think it's the way we're doing it, and pretty much it's kind of like this, guys. If a YouTuber, influencer, whoever wants to do business with us, we are requiring that they do their homework, they read the white paper, spend some time asking questions here to the team, and if they wouldn't put their own money into ARK, then we just don't want them here. It's useless. If they understand what's special, what's different, if they're able to analyze what the team has built here, why it took 10 months, what our plans for the future are, and they see value, they understand why the smart money is here at ARK and continuing to come here, then it's a great relationship. And there's a confidence that comes when somebody understands, when they did their homework, when they've taken the time, and they can speak with authority, and they can put more effort into it than just reading another white paper on YouTube. Are there any questions or comments, guys?
I'll just add to that, Atlas. I had a conversation last night. Florida and I just kind of had a private chat after hours. And we just feel like, in general, there's a lot of people sleeping on ARK right now, especially, people that got into drip between, 70, 80, 90, 150, $200. Those people didn't do so well, and they're still not doing very well. And that's tens of thousands of wallets that are in other ROI dApps right now, where people, just took it on the chin, and then there's some hesitancy there. There's also a great opportunity, and those people understand the daily ROI dApp like this. And, we're just getting started. And so if they want to be on the ground floor of something, be part of the growth, be part of the story that we're building here and the long-term vision that we have, I think there's just some low-hanging fruit there for a lot of people just to reach out to people in their other groups and, bring them over, show them what's different. I think the easy thing for people in other protocols to do is just say, oh, it's another drip fork, or, oh, it's just like this, or it's just like that. And it's easy just to, dismiss the project. But if they spend a little time, go through the white paper, ask some questions, they'll quickly discover that there's a lot more here to it than, bankroll flow at the core. So that was kind of the major takeaway that I had from our conversation together last night.
Absolutely. So yeah, we understand it. That's why I think we're being very careful with who we work with who we invest our time and our funds, as we do want the growth, but we want it to be effective. And that's something I think that we could all appreciate. It's an important part of managing a project. And we've obviously tried a couple of places. We've done a lot of AMAs. We're going to continue on that path. I think our last AMA was quite fantastic with a call drip, and we're seeing that even those folks that are drip maxis are seeing an opportunity to ride the wave again, ride that wave to growth. We've been able to stabilize and keep price where it's at in a price stability that no one can come and say we're too late to get on board the ARK. I think that's key. I think that's really important, because there's a lot of the narrative going around from folks just overall in crypto that if they didn't get in a whitelist, if they didn't get in the day of launch, they pretty much don't want nothing to do with it. And they just move on to the next shiny object. They don't care who's the team behind, what makes the project stand out from everything else, and they just throw X at the wall and see if it sticks. And we've just seen that time and time again. We've seen a bunch of rugs that have gone down in the past week. We've had folks like James come in here and say, hey, in the past week I've been rugged 7 different times in 7 different projects in a very short span of time. It's crazy out there, and I think that the worse it gets, the better it gets for folks at ARK, because they're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. They're going to see, the light from the lighthouse as they're here aboard the ARK, finding safe passage through the bear market, staying afloat from the crypto abyss. And with that, folks, we're going to turn it over to Coach Brad and the All Aboard session.
All aboard!
We have a legend here present with us, a pillar of the community, and someone that's bringing a ton of experience, a ton of success under his belt in the DeFi space, in the ROI dApp space. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. I'm going to take notes. This what the way this guy operates, the way he networks, the way he builds his team, his syndicate, obviously is a proven success. So if you want to be successful at something, find a mentor, find someone that knows what they're doing, emulate that, model yourself after that, and I believe the chances of your success are exponentially greater than if you just try to figure it out and make all the mistakes. So he's here. Coach Brad, set it up. Let's get this crypto.
Yeah, let's get this crypto.
Baby.
Oh, god damn.
Oh yeah, let's get this crypto.
Thank you very much, Atlas. And yeah, very well said. And like Atlas just mentioned, we have Eternal coming on this evening. Guys, honestly, get a notepad out, take some notes. This guy has smashed the ROI dApp space. He knows exactly what he's doing. And I, for one, shall have my pen and paper out. I love listening to him speak. Very knowledgeable, very, very lovely, friendly guy. Not too much more to say. I think Atlas covered it all there. Eternal, please step up to the mic and share that knowledge with us, sir.
Hey there. All right. Well, so I wanted to just touch on my past with ROI DApps and my accepting that I wasn't a good team builder actually, and I started with Bankroll Flow and realized that I wasn't a very good team builder. It's hard to try to build a team if you mention it in telegrams. People will get you restricted, you get banned, I went through all that and doing, then learning about soft shilling and all this and that. So what I come to figure out is one of the biggest things is being visible and being helpful and being knowledgeable. So when Drip came out, I thought it was like a little hidden gem. I didn't realize it was an ROI DApp, and I was in Flow and it was crashing with all the multiple issues with the coding and decisions that were being made. And the night before, I found out that it was ROI DApp and it was the improvement from Flow. And so I borrowed money and I invested $20,000 in that. And I ended up figuring out that I still wasn't a good team builder, but I had a team. And I had a little epiphany that if I was not going to be able to build a team myself, I needed to build a team of team builders. So I learned about incentivizing people. And I started out by trying to get administrators and moderators for my group and people in third world countries and people that are struggling, trying to make money, and people that created GIFs, memes, different things, even articles and whatnot. It was before Medium, or before I knew about Medium at least. So I started off sort of creating like a payroll. People would help me out and I would help start them on my team with my profits. And it worked out good for me. And I got into Drip, and I learned that I was able to be helpful in the chat, and I ended up being an administrator there, or moderator. And people started noticing me, and I was helping people and trying to keep things calm, get rid of FUD when the price went down to $2. It was a huge deal. Some of us were buying and other people weren't. And then when the price shot up to $58, everybody was buying, and I was building my team out. So I learned a lot of lessons through doing that. And my epiphany was I decided, well, I needed to build a team of team builders, but how was I going to do that? So I'll share it with you guys. I'm doing this right now to build my ARK team. I wasn't going to build a team because I actually have a solid group of people that kind of follow me from project to project, because I try to be a good team leader, and I try to be generous and share in the profits. I try not to get into untested projects. I've already went down with the ship with a few projects with my team, and we handled it like champs and we moved on. And then we learned about diversifying and all that. But so what I do right now in ARK, and what anybody could do, one of my strategies is to look through YouTube and find ROI DApps that are failing. Look for ROI DApps the ones that are failing. I don't want to call them out. And I find YouTube influencers, and depending on how many followers they have, views and comments, I do a little research. I look in their about, I look for their email address, I look for their Telegram. If they have a group, I get into it and I see what they're talking about. And I just come up with a message that I want to say, hey, if you want to try out an ROI DApp, I will start you, and I'll help you get set up and start you with some tokens. You can give it a test drive if you like it. You can get invested, you can improve your position, or you could build a team. What you do with it is up to you. And that's kind of been my key. You get a project like this that's solid. It's good, building a better track record every day. It's being consistent. The team is consistent. The tokenomics are fucking awesome. It just kind of sells itself, but the thing is getting people in the door. So I sent 100. YouTube will limit you on how many emails you can get and this and that. So I fill my max each day with sending pretty much a generic email. And if it's someone that's talking about ROI dApps, I look at their video and then I will compliment them on certain things and get it personalized. And then I will, if they have their name, I say, hey, Dan or whatever their name is, and just make that offer to them. And it's just like finding a girlfriend. 1 out of 10 is going to say yes. It's a law of statistics or whatever. So I do that, and I don't get discouraged. I've had a few people this time come back and be like, "Yeah, I'm out of ROI dApps. I've had enough." And then the counter offer is, well, if you change your mind and you want to try, at no cost to you, then I will set you up. And I think this could be the one that will help you change your mind. And I just opened up, a route. I actually got a YouTuber on board yesterday. That doesn't use Telegram because of scams. So I had to deal with them and set up everything on just through the email, But anyway, so that's like a little tip that is one of my secrets. Like I want to build a team of team builders, so I search out people. So one thing I haven't done that anybody here can do is do that on Twitter or even TikTok. Like different. There you can look anywhere for people that are reviewing or looking into dApps, people that are using their content to build teams. That's the people that I want. I was fortunate enough in Drip to get SK Crypto K on my team, and he built half of my team, and my biggest team had 23,000 people on it. And more like almost half of them. Almost half of them came through him, and it's things like that. You never know who's going to be able to help you the most. But and since I started my Inspired Finance group, the motto's been, we rise by lifting others. And we help other people out, and eventually it comes back to us. When I helped start people in Drip, I knew that eventually those rewards would come back up to me. And so it was a long game. So now in ARK, I believe I'm investing in people, and it's still like taking a risk. You could get scammed if you don't play it right. I always make sure people deposit the minimum first before I airdrop anything to their account, and I don't airdrop 1 million coins to them because I want them to get a feel of it and get excited about it, and then want to get in themselves. And I've also come up accidentally against a couple of promotional YouTubers, and like the one that's released now is, it'll be shown soon. I was trying to get on my team, and he's on my team now, and he could be another SK for all I know. So, but my advice to like anybody that is trying to build a team that's not into using that, there's so many different ways, and ARK has kind of revealed a bunch of them. And it's that not too late thing is real, like creating Medium articles, and like my friends at Crypto Unlimited 22, creating YouTube videos. These people that I've actually helped start in other platforms now are being successful because they had the motivation to try to educate people, and then therefore built their own teams. But being in the chat, the big thing about this or about any project is it is kind of community driven. Tokenomics are great, but we need a good community, and we have one, and we're growing organically. But like the smallest things make the biggest difference. Like people don't think that it'll matter if they hit a like, comment, or subscribe on a YouTube video, but those algorithms are fed by good communities. So all these videos or these Medium articles that are posted, it only takes a minute to pump your own bags. If everybody does that, like we've seen some rallies and other projects trying to improve things, things will get a lot better. It'll make it go viral. More people will find out. The more people like a YouTube video, the more it's spread, and the more that people are looking for a new place to put their money as everything else is failing, it'll be popping up more for those people. and it's good for our investments, But anyway, so yeah, I've found out about this. I think it's ironic because I got in drip almost at the bottom of the market, and I learned from that I could have went in heavier. I could have known sooner. And with ARK, I had this big plan to buy a Corvette. I ordered it, and ARK came along, and I decided I would invest the Corvette into ARK, and I am so grateful that I'm doing that, And now next week, I was just thinking about this yesterday, that next week is where I start the process of getting that Corvette. And I was thinking about putting an ARK license plate on it because that's what it's going to pay for it. I'm going to be using my Ultimo card. $2,000 a month for a Corvette, But I'm glad that I invested ahead of time. Everybody's got to gauge their risks, but for me, it's no risk, no reward. And when I see something that is an improvement on something that worked beautifully, and that's sustainable, more sustainable, I'm on that. I love passive income. I come into here and there's 3 different streams of passive income that I have access to. So I went hard on the NFTs. I put my team structure. I invested a lot of money in bonds so I could stack wallets and have my team in there. And when I decided I wasn't going to get the Corvette, but when I decided, well, that's an opportunity, I don't want to pass it up. It was beautiful. I was able to build it online the way I wanted it. It's actually here now. I decided, well, I want to get that. So, for me, I wasn't going to build a team because my team came with me pretty much. The ones that are disciplined investors anyways, and the ones that weren't ran out of the ROI space because of everything that's gone on. But, now I'm motivated again to spread awareness and keep, instead of just being retired, which happened last January for me, I'm spending time. Yesterday in the AMA, I heard about getting off the couch and this and that, which is ironic because all of my work is done on a couch. And I put in some time every day. I'm trying to do a balance where I wake up, I do my morning routine, I go through my crypto, I go for a walk, and then I'll look at YouTube, and I leave off or pick up where I left off the day before, where it told me I couldn't send any more emails or I'd done too many posts on people's, I'll ask questions in their YouTube on their comments if I can't get to them another way. And, I just pick up where I left off. I went a day without hearing anything from anybody, and then I got 2 in one day, but it's just about being consistent. I try to put a little bit of time. And I'm going to mention again, like Crypto Unlimited 22, John and Amber, they're watching all the YouTube videos. They're actually complimenting and, promoting other YouTube influencers, working together, writing Medium articles, putting effort into it, spending time in the chat, and talking with people. Like, all those things are things that work for me. I didn't do YouTube. I tried, and I just got like an endless screen into eternity. And that's where I decided I needed to get people that knew how to make YouTube videos. So, but anyways, this project, there's so much potential here. We're early. I've been watching this organic growth of the wallets. We had a couple days where it wasn't growing, by 10 or 20. And, today it was at 25, 65 or something like that. And it's nice. We're adding wallets every day. I'm going to mention one other thing that this DApp for me is going to do. And I was able to get people that I didn't know involved, like this ARK Corvette, me living my life and being retired off of, I'll say, drip. People see that and they see me living that lifestyle. So I'll mention the ARK lifestyle. When you're living like that and when people see that, people ask questions, and then there's also people Crypto Unlimited 22 is doing crypto meetups to teach people about crypto. And then if they're interested in getting in the investment, helping them get set up from A to B, getting everything going, getting set up with MetaMask and the bank accounts. We need to walk people through this. But anyway, so I'm going to be living the lifestyle, and I get to market through my license plate and the way I live. And people ask me, so I'll tell you a little something I think is ironic. When I was working the year before last, I was a CAD design engineer for one of my jobs, my career. And my boss would joke with me about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency because he knew that's what I was doing. And so I ended up retiring, and he's still working. And but the irony of it is he was a good person, and I ended up getting him on my team. And now they're working. I'm moving people from other investments, diversifying into ARK. So because of my success in other things, I've been able to get some people started that didn't know anything about crypto and showed them, and give them YouTube videos to watch. And like John mentioned yesterday on the all aboard, give them articles and things so they can educate themselves. And now, like I've moved between the YouTubers and the people that I've had in other projects, I've moved 10 people into ARK. And that's aside from my basic team. And like I have 20 something other people that I get to slowly move over. I'm trying not to overload myself because I am trying to enjoy life also. But and I also have people that we take profit. Like my strategy has always been to take profit, 1 day a week or 2 days a week. And that's what I instill in people that don't know a lot about crypto, because I want to kind of have people forced, to be disciplined, to the point where when I start people in a project, I don't show them how to take profit, And then when they get to a certain point, I show them. But anyway, so this project, I plan on doing the same thing. I get to mirror what I've done before, and I get to bring people in and show new people that, and new people are coming to me. I saw a comedy show last night. One of my friends is a comedian, and him and his wife are in another project, and they're two of the people that are going to be coming over into ARK with me. But the guy's boss owns a car dealership, and he's interested, because word of mouth, people see the numbers and they get to see how the projects work, and they're like, oh, well, maybe I am interested in that, I have a cousin on my Facebook, and we've been chatting, and he owns a company and he's selling it, and he's like, well, I really need to know where to put 200 grand. I get to help people I care about and people I love, my family, take a percentage of what they have and potentially turn it into something that's going to change their lives. So but anyways, I don't want to take up too much time. The short of it is, the best way to build teams and spread awareness is to live it and talk about it, be seen, be helpful, and show integrity and discipline. This is a patience game, and the way that this is set up, I'm excited about going and doing my morning routine every morning. I do my crypto, and I get to go through my wallets, and I get to see what's going on. I get to go through my YouTube and see if I got any responses on my notifications. I get to look in my Telegram, and now actually, John and Amber, Crypto Unlimited 22. I've been doing this for 3 years, and now I have folders set up that I have my YouTube influencers in, so I don't lose track of them. So when they respond to me, or when I'm looking to catch back up with them, I can do that. And, I get educated. People that I started are educating me in things, so it goes both ways. But anyway, so yeah, we rise by lifting others. That's the short of it. So thanks for letting me share a little bit.
Well, brother, you're living the dream of, I think, a lot of crypto investors. You've been able to retire from your work in crypto and being able to build these massive teams. I believe one of the statistics at one point, 1/3 of all of the drip investors were under you, or something close to that, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. And as I've gotten to know you, and you've really gotten involved here with me and the team, the community, and your work ethic. I'm glad you brought that up about being ethical and the way you do things. It to me wasn't a surprise. It was just really interesting to see how you network and how you're so strategic, and hey, instead of reinvesting or taking some ARK out and putting it into my wallet, I'm going to give it to somebody that potentially could build a team here. That's genius, my friend. You're getting so much more out of that, ARK allocation of your winnings by distributing it in that smart fashion. Because we know how a lot of people are. They're lazy, or like, oh, I don't know, let me think about it. But when you give somebody a gift, when you're like, hey, look, I'm going to get you started. I'm going to give you the training wheels so you can learn how to ride this bike. I'm going to hold your hand, understanding that there's, behind every person, there's a network of people. I think one of the terms is 6 degrees of separation. I don't know if anybody here has ever heard about that, but someone always knows somebody else. And that's where the success comes through these projects, is through the community and the folks really getting out there. So it's no secret your success, and I think that's brilliant. I've seen pictures of the Corvette, man. That thing is it's so beautiful, and having a ARK license plate on that, it's like, hey, man, is that Batman? It really kind of looks like as cool as the Batmobile. It even has a T-top you can take out, and people are attracted to success. People are attracted to folks that are living their best life. The ARK Life hashtag, I think, is something that through time you're going to see really start to trend, especially as folks are getting close to their first ROI here at ARK, which is going to be, I think, really setting a tone of winners. Folks saying, hey, I came in, I followed the strategy, I see what's different. I'm encouraged to get my return on investment. I'm encouraged to really go out there. If I want to keep that high level optimized 2%, I can do so by bringing other folks into the investment. If you put the time in, the reward is there. So Eternal, man, absolutely amazing to see your efforts. As you've seen, you've had nothing but full support from me and the rest of the team. The project, you're right, does sell itself, but it is through the conversation. I mean, we're here. If 150 people showed up here tonight, I think we'd do an amazing job of getting everybody completely educated and giving them the information to do their due diligence and make a smart, educated financial decision for the long term. But we can't get there unless our community goes parabolic. Our community gets motivated, and our community really, takes a page out of your notes, out of what you're doing on a daily basis, and putting that effort in. And I love you're doing it also in a balanced way, taking care of your health, going for walks, and growing. Because I do remember when we were in the pre-sale phase, you were like, hey, man, I'm retired. I don't want to be on the computer. I just want to relax. I'm going to coast. I'm going to take it slow. I'm going to enjoy my retirement. And you have every right, absolutely, to do so. But I see that with ARK, you're getting that motivation again. You're seeing the cycle happen again, and the success. It's the bear market. I think you're seeing a team that is not the lone wolf that we've seen in some other projects, because it's really common sense and logic, folks, that the lone wolf doesn't get very far. That's why wolves stick in packs. They work better together. And if you want to talk about a wolf pack, you don't need to look anywhere else but at our team page and see the folks that are here, that are involved, that are even working on Sundays, which is something that, for me personally, I work every day, but to see my team and seeing these folks that have wives and kids working hard, understanding our prime directive, getting that mobile application into the folks' hands here so they can go out there and win some hearts and minds and make it simple for anyone that really wants to come into ARK. That tool is a game changer. We have the capabilities here to do that. We're sitting behind the protection and comfort on a security side of our contracts, of our wallets. Everything here has been really thought of. We share that same level of security of the hedge funds that Jan works for, and the governments that he's also working on an IT capacity for. We have it all, guys. We have it in spades. and we're printing constantly. The Spark rewards pool we have tonight, over 1,000 BUSD. And I've asked this several times, and I'll probably keep asking it again and again. Where is this happening? What other project is doing for its investors what ARK is doing? And if that's not enough, then just sit there and wait. You'll see as this continues to grow. And it'll be an opportunity for someone that comes 6 months down the line, 8 months, a year, 2 years down the line. That is our intention. That's why we build it. We didn't come here and spend 10 months out of our lives to just walk away in a couple of months. We came here to really do something special and to let the work, let the quality of the product and the commitment to what we're doing really set us apart. I think we're doing a great job, and we cannot do it alone. As many AMAs as we've gone to, and we're growing, we're going to continue to. There's always the factor of the community putting in time, and a lot of you folks are here with us on the podcast, very, very involved, out there building teams, doing Medium articles. We salute you. We thank you for your efforts, and we just keep on our path, guys. It's quite amazing. I don't know if Brett, you wanted to add a little bit to that.
Hey, if I could just interrupt one more time here. So, like, ARK is like life to me, you know. You get in it, you get out of it what you put into it. And, for me, 7 years ago, I lost everything, and I was on food stamps and homeless after I got out of the halfway house. And, today through ARK, I can live my life day to day with my Ultimo card just from what ARK does for me, and that is to some extent is what every investor is going to have. That's a possibility for everybody that's invested. So, it's definitely an amazing things have happened in 7 years. It's great to be here.
And we're happy to have you here, brother. Thank you so much, man. You're really doing so much and going above and beyond, and we really appreciate you for that, man. I hope through this conversation, some folks were able to understand and get some of those great tips that you have. And I hope that it motivated them, because I've always said if somebody else could do something, generally, I've always thought if they can, I can too. And sometimes I could maybe even do it better. So great to see that leadership. Great to see that example here for everybody else. And I think everybody in their own way can add their grain of sand to the endeavor and what we're doing here. And I think the principle, like you said, you're investing in others. You're putting, your tokens, giving them an opportunity to get comfortable, to understand, to learn, to get motivated. And then once that light bulb goes off in their head, they have that aha moment. We saw it happen on Monday. Coach Roberto, I've known him for over a decade. We've done a lot of business together. I've taken him to companies, clients, some very high-profile folks, even NBA pro players. The guy's amazing, and we did that. We said, hey, we want you to be an advisor here for the team. We want you to come on Mondays to do the breathing session. A lot of people are stressed out in crypto, and it's good to just breathe a little bit, relax, and kind of hit that reset button. We do it here every Monday as a community. And through that agreement, we gave him small allocations to be able to grow with us. We don't want to leave anyone behind, especially someone that's giving back to us, to our community, to our team, getting us all united, focused on a great path, because there's so much abundance here for all of us. And it is a long-term, multi-year project. And he was here, man, and just so excited. It's like, hey, for the first time, I was able to transfer winnings from crypto into my bank account and spend money. And I've got a friend, he wants to put 1,000. I've got this other guy. I mean, this guy's, going to Cuba. He's had over 100,000 people, do breathing sessions with him. The network effect is there. those people in Cuba, they could use, the foundation as a savings account for themselves. They could use the Furio card. I mean, there's so many people that can really be helped out here. But it's seeing that process of somebody that we bring into the community, we bring into the system. They start small, they get to understand it, they start to see the growth, and then they're inspired. And they want to share that with somebody else. It's a beautiful thing to see. Let's get this crypto, guys. Thank you, Eternal, for participating here with us tonight and joining us on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Let's get this crypto. Oh, god damn.
Oh yeah, let's get this crypto.
Thanks for having me, man. And what other project like actually offers help for people to learn how to do the Medium articles and helps them actually touch them up and gives advice or encourages people and offers a showcase for people that are creating content? This is sort of creating a new mentality, and it's given people motivation to want to try something and be creative. There's support here. It's an excellent way to get organic growth.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And we enjoy doing it, and we're getting to know these people. They're anchoring themselves here with us. You're great friends. Also are doing it. Donatello, which I've known the space for quite some time, man. He's rocking the I Love ARK, going everywhere. These folks are in a lot of investor groups, and that's amazing. And to see him get out, and do his first Medium article. He's been doing YouTube, but he's just raising the level of his work and himself, and we're going to see that pay off through time. And I think that it's those folks that are really going out there, like yourself, like Udaman, like Catalyst, like Coach Brad, like Mistletoe. I mean, we can go on and on. I mean, there's some superstars here, and we can see their star just rising across the sky, guys. It's beautiful. It's amazing. And guys, that's really what it takes. So commend you on. If I didn't say your name, Florida Realtor. There's just so many folks. Do not feel that I have not noticed or I don't appreciate you. It's just too many folks here to go over. With that, let's open it up to some questions, to some comments. I think that we've opened a door here of understanding community and what every investor can do on their own. And we've seen Udaman do that. He's taken us over to his broadcast over in Korea 2 times. He's also invited us to have private meeting with very, very select, great smart money investors, a banker, great folks, because he is so excited. He sees not the potential of what ARK could be. He sees what ARK is and the great potential that it has to offer investors. We already have it. It's already built. And, we're here to support any one of you. If you have a friend, if you have a neighbor, Shane's got the water cooler. He's talking about buying the dip. Hey, man, instead of buying the dip, why don't you make money every day? Why don't you, do something that has a much greater potential, not a 50 or 100x. We're talking here potentially thousands of X's, but it's not overnight. It's a process that we all accept and we all understand. Let's get you educated. Let's get you onboarded. Let's get your ticket to board the ARK. If you don't want to, put it in yourself, I'll give you, the first 13 ARK to get you set up. Why not? Why not? It's a great freaking strategy you got there, my friend. Love it. So, questions, comments?
I think that is an unbelievably great idea. I have already messaged 2 YouTubers. As soon as Eternal said that, I thought, oh my God, that is fantastic. You could onboard yourself an absolute monster just by dropping them some tokens and then them interacting with the project and having the same realization that everybody else has when they, come on board the ARK of how great this is. what an idea. What an absolutely fantastic idea. So, I definitely think that if somebody does something that's really, smart, I think people should copy. And I definitely want to learn from people who have done this already and, been successful. And if that's the method he used, it's a proven, tested method. I'm jumping on that straight away. Like, I've already done it, and I'm going to be doing that going forward, because that is just such a great idea. I'm so impressed with that.
And not just YouTubers. I mean, we're all in other investment groups. We've all been through other projects. And sending a DM to somebody, hey, not the shill copy BS stuff. That's stupid. That's just like, stop bothering me. I'm talking about a conversation. Hey, Jane, how you doing? How you been? Oh, you've lost a lot of money. Yeah, I know, me too. Hey, look, I'm in this thing, man. And look, I believe in you. I think you got a lot of potential. You're friends with these folks. You're friends with little Johnny. You're friends with Mary and Tom. And I know you could bring him over, so I'm going to give you that head start. Let me show you how this game is played. You don't got to do anything. You don't got to invest. Just learn it. And as you start to earn it, I think you'll have the same aha moment that I had. But wait, but Drip, and oh no. This is different. But like just say, no money down. Come right in. Sit down. Let's get to playing. And that's where the conversation happens. And when you give somebody, you invest into somebody, I think Eternal's proven it. That's where the big reward comes. So through that selfless process, you get so much more in the end. What's that saying? I think it's biblical. Feed a man, right, some fish, or if you teach him how to catch the fish, you could, give him food for life. It kind of pertains to this in a way. I don't know if you agree with that, Coach Brad. Teaching him how to win every day at the ARK.
Yes, sir, for sure. And I love that analogy as well. Give a man a fish, feed him for one day, teach him to fish, let him feed himself for the rest of his life. So, yeah, totally agree.
That's it. So the ARK, the ARK airdrop is, to get him in, cover, the tax and everything. That's the fishing rod, right? And your bait. Now he's earning. Now he's in the game. And now it's like, well, wait. If I get 250 BUSD over that foundation, I can also, win Spark. With Spark. Ooh, shit. They've given away $25,165.74 worth of ARK to just 34 people. 35 days. Sheesh. Okay. I see why you're in. I see why you're here. I see why the smart money's here.
Just got to get people's foot in the door, and that is it. The system. I hate using the word sell, but the system sells itself. You just got to get people to look at it, and they're in. So, that idea of an airdrop to somebody to help them on board, give them that leg up on board the ARK, then they're going to see it for themselves, experience it for themselves. Then they're going to go out and, build their own network, perhaps do the same thing you've done for them. And then it snowballs, I'm definitely going to be doing that. It doesn't have to be YouTubers. It could be, like you said, people from other investment groups. It could be anybody that just could be the most popular person that in real life, that they've got 30 friends, 10 friends. Everybody's got 5 friends, So you pick the right people, and you could have that snowball effect. And I'm already brainstorming here, thinking of the correct people to do this with, because
Eternal got you going, brother.
Yeah, it's I learned from Catalyst. He's the man when it comes to Medium. And this is just another master at their trade. And you got to listen to these people. They've done this. They've been successful. So, and I want to be successful. I want to be the next Eternal, the next SK. So, I'm going to listen to these people, take it on board, and do the tried and test methods.
It's brilliant. And you ever heard that saying, Brad? When back in the day, didn't have cars, but they were riding horses around. They would say, when someone gives you a free horse, you don't look at his teeth, right?
Yeah.
And that's true. Hey, wait, you're giving me free tokens to get into an amazing project that you're all pumped and that's all you talk about? Like, okay, all right, really? You just want to give me that gift? Okay, all right. I'm not going to say no. See, it's different between saying, come and invest, and hey, I'm going to get you started. I'm going to give you your first deposit so you can really get how this works. The rest, it's just light bulbs going off. I heard Brett coming into the conversation. Go right ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I finally have a podcast to send people that contact me and say, hey, how can I build a team if I can't shill in the main channel, or how do I build a team on Telegram? And this is it. This is the formula. Obviously, if you can do your own articles, your own YouTube, that's one way. But out recruiting these guys that already have the channels built, and the audience, that's brilliant. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Eternal. I'm sure some people will take that up and run with it. We've talked about, I've talked about with numerous people, going out and getting other team builders that we know exist in the space, not just with, daily ROI dApps, but projects next to it. There's obviously large groups in DeFi outside of daily ROI dApps that are much, much bigger than we've seen. And those are untapped resources, and that's a great way to influence them over and show them the way, step by step, and let them interact with the dApp. And then it's like, what Brad said, it kind of sells itself. And then they see it and they go, wow, this could turn into something, really big for me, and it's worth the time and the effort and the energy. And I've already got the channel. Why not introduce it to other people? So yeah, that's great. Great story, Eternal. I didn't know a little bit about your past. Thank you for sharing all that personal detail. I think that means a lot to the community and the people out there that are right now kind of, down and out in other projects, gotten rugged, lost money in other places. You're never out, right? It's it's a mind game, and it's a shifting, that focus, that energy, and staying at it and believing in something in yourself. To keep going and build something great. So congratulations.
All right, folks. Well, that was a great conversation. Great all aboard session tonight.
All aboard!
We don't have an article. We don't have a YouTube. We have just knowledge and experience that's just been given to us like pearls of wisdom. Man just kept firing away, and I think that is an absolute reward for anyone that's here, for anyone that's listening to this at a later time. Past performance usually equals future performance. I've seen it time and time again in business, and like I said, I'm not surprised. This guy's doing so well. He's been able to build a legacy. He's been able to really build teams in the tens of thousands because of that ethic, uplifting, helping others. And there's even more to that story. I'm glad he shared a lot of it. We're going to have him back in the future. See him grow, see him ROI, see his friends and investors and people that he took the time, he made the effort, he made the investment out of his own wallet to get these people involved. Here, just give me your wallet. Let's get you in. Let's get you going. Absolutely, absolutely brilliant and selfless. That's a great key to growth. So I think it's time, folks. Let's go ahead and do that all-time high again. We have 2 nights in a row here of all-time high at the Spark Rewards. Just give me a second. We'll get this all set up and going. Before we do that, any questions, comments? Please feel free to unmute your mic. Otherwise, just go ahead and make it happen. And here we go, folks. Give it a second. The transaction did go through. For the system to update your homepage. Let's go ahead and refresh. Seems to be loading. Issue on the front end. It is not. Just bear with me a second. Confirm. Okay, I realized we did. Do that again. Apologies, it's taking my end. It's taking about another minute and a half. Did anybody check out the YouTube video today from Lux? I think they did a really nice job on it.
Yeah, I saw it. Thought it was really good. Got a good following as well. Good, yeah, really, really good stuff.
I mean, huge. I saw it, I think, 2 hours into it. And I think there was already a couple thousand folks. It's just crazy. I hadn't seen that happen before with any of the other YouTubers. Thanks for your patience, guys. It turns out I did do it correctly. I have to do a little, see if I can get Mr. Green and check the transaction, see what I did. And I did do it correct. Doing it again is not the solution here. Let me just try to refresh the page one more time. See if it's maybe a front end. So the transaction did go through and was executed correctly. Let's see. That's how it's worked before. A second, guys. I'll be right back, okay? You can hold it down, Brad.
Yeah, no problem, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So no spin the wheel tonight. I know everyone looks forward to that. I mean, Spark Rewards is the main part of the evening, in my opinion. But I know people look forward to that part of the segment as well. But we've got nothing for you to like, comment, and subscribe to this evening. But we will be back tomorrow with that. I know that everybody attends for various different reasons, but anybody that is here for that, just know that we will not be running that competition this evening. Has anybody got any questions or anything they want to comment on throughout the podcast this evening, or how their ARK investment's going? Anybody know a YouTuber or a community that they think that they might approach and use Eternal's methods? I mean, I don't know any YouTubers personally, but the first thing I did, I just put DeFi into YouTube and saw some of the big YouTubers, and they've all got email addresses in their information. So I think that is a great idea. I'm certainly going to be doing that myself. What did you think of that idea, Fortunate? Tough crowd tonight.
Can you not hear me?
Oh, can now, bro. Yep, can hear you now.
What idea were you talking about?
Eternal's idea of contacting, people and just dropping them a little bag to get them set up. Influencers, YouTubers.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a great incentive to start off with some ARK,
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think it just takes, something small to get somebody involved, and then they see the system, and then they start researching the system, and before you know it, they'll probably make their own investment, start onboarding people themselves, and you could pick up an absolute monster. You just never know.
Yes, sir.
Great to see more than half of the people in the podcast have the I Heart ARK in their name. When is the last day for entry for that? Is the 26th the last day you can enter, or is that when we're doing the drawing?
That's when we're finished with the competition. We're announcing that we're picking the winners on podcast number 90.
Oh, okay. And what are we today? 83, so we've got a week. Okay. Yeah, so if anybody that isn't involved in that and you want to be involved, you still have time. You can see a couple of people here in the chat don't have the I Heart ARK in your name. If you do, just put I Heart ARK in your name and send a screenshot to Fortunate Enough, and you'll be entered in that competition. You've only got a few days left. So if you want to be a part of it, you still have time. Looks like we don't have Z tonight, I've just noticed, so I don't think we'll be doing the DeFi sessions unless somebody is stepping in to do it for him, which I doubt. You never know, he might join. Excuse me. As we're waiting for the Spark reward, it is just growing and growing and growing. 182.2 ARK. I mean, that's over 10 ARK more than it was yesterday, and yesterday was the all-time high, so... Whoever wins this evening is going to be a very lucky winner. $1,000 worth of investment into your investment. I mean, where else are you seeing that? That's reminded me, I've actually got to do my compounding right now.
Crypto.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm back, guys.
Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, I can't get a hold of Mr. Green or Alex. It's about almost 2 a.m. Where they are. They're an hour ahead of me. But the transaction on my end executed fine. I thought it might have been a mistake on my end that it didn't, but it did. And I was comparing the one that I just did to last night's transaction. It's exactly the same. So that's something that we're going to need some tech support on. So ideally, what we will do, if there was a misfiring issue or something that happened, we would redo it again tomorrow night and then just split it between two winners, right? So we can continue with the one winner per night, but we'll do a drawing. I actually have that function, but I don't want to do any other functions at this time. If it didn't go correctly on the first, it's always been successful every single time. The execution. One time we had a front end part that didn't execute. Then we had to refresh, it worked. And then another time, I think a couple of days ago, Mr. Green helped me because there was a couple of transactions that were before the Spark Rewards. I don't know if you remember that one. Because I was making some payments, and those hadn't all executed yet. But we took care of that really quickly. But this time, yeah, we don't have that same situation. There is nothing in the queue. It was sent. I have everything here, so we just have to wait till I can get them in the morning, Europe time. So we'll have to wait for that, guys.
Well, shall I take a note of 183.01 and then we know how to split it tomorrow, or are you just going to do an even split?
I think an even split, generally around the same time. But like I said, a transaction on the blockchain seems it went through. It might be a glitch in the front end. But until I talk to them, I won't be able to know exactly what happened. So according to the information and what we see, I don't think we can really make a decision yet as to how we'll do it tomorrow night.
Well, I'm checking my wallets.
Right? He's agreed. That'll be crazy. Everybody go check. But yeah, it's definitely strange because the front end has always been working really, really great. And the transactions too on the contracts have always been working perfectly as well. The legacy distribution payments went out 40 minutes ago perfectly, right on time. That's happens automated. Sometimes it can get to some congestion. and I'll do that manually. But that one went out quite perfect. So, yeah. If they're sleeping and I can't find them, unfortunately, there's not more that I can do on my end. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. I think it's a major issue. At the end of the day, the folks who are going to win will win and get their rewards for that 24-hour period. That's for sure.
Yes,
Are there any other questions or comments? Z, by the way, is not coming in tonight. He's doing something else this evening, wrote me a couple hours before. So we won't be doing the DeFi sessions this evening. But the all aboard, I think, was really, really awesome.
Yeah, really enjoyed that.
To the all aboard session, Atlas. If anybody does the process that Eternal outlined about going out and recruiting, team builders and influencers, no matter what platform they're on, I'm more than happy to help you onboard them if you don't feel comfortable enough to talk about the project, or you want to, somebody from the team to help you onboard, somebody that you think could really bring volume and some new investors to the table. I'd be happy to spend some time and talk with that person. I don't want to speak for you, Atlas, but I'm sure you might be in the same boat too.
There's a really weird sound. Is that on your end, Brett?
I don't know. Maybe.
Let me see. No, is it here? Oh, I think it was Brad. Or let's see. Talk again, Brett. Because it was so loud, I really couldn't hear you too much.
Oh, did you hear what I was just mentioning? That if anybody has an influencer or a YouTuber,
it's on your end. There's I don't even know how to describe it. It's not in the matrix. It's like a background noise. That's pretty strong. But I think get most of it. That if anybody has a big influencer or somebody that they want to bring in, the way that Eternal's doing his work here, that you're more than happy to assist him in doing so.
Yep, that was it.
Cool, man. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's no secret that we're always here, and we love talking about ARK and educating. And if you have a small group, we've done that so many times. We've been able to go together and sit down with small investor groups and just have that one-on-one conversation with them. Sometimes it's been 4 or 5 people, sometimes it's been 10, 15, where they don't really do public AMAs. We had a pretty big group that's a private invitation-only group, and there was quite a lot of folks in there. They got excited. They invested, and that was weeks ago that we went over there. So we're always here to really help and make sure that you have our full support in anything you need here at ARK. Any other questions or comments, folks? All right. Well, I think we are going to go ahead and conclude the podcast for tonight, folks. We want to thank every single one of you for coming and participating. In particular, thank you so much, Eternal, for taking the time. I know you were busy this Sunday, but you showed up, you came in, and you shared so much great information with our community, our investors. And, you're definitely a great leader and someone that we learned a lot from this evening. Thank you for that. And we will be back tomorrow, folks, for the folks that aren't here present or listening at a later time. We also thank you for your participation through listening. We hope that you found the podcast educational, entertaining, and thank you for just being here with us. Wish you all a wonderful evening. Tomorrow, again, we'll be here same time, 6 p.m. EST, 11 p.m. UTC. Great evening. Good night to all of you. Take care.